We looked at simplifying ratios, working on whole numbers, fractions, and decimals. We'll be going further. We said ratio is comparing quantities of the same units. What if the units are not the same? What do we do? I'll be taking an example right about now. We stopped at example 3, so we're looking at example 4. We have 1 score ratio 2 dozen. 1 score ratio 2 dozen. If you take note, in this question, the units are not the same. We make them the same units. So the question is, what is a dozen? If you ask the question, a dozen of eggs is how many? How many gives us a dozen of eggs? That gives us 12. So you have 2 dozens. 1 dozen is 12. Another 1 dozen gives us 12. So 2 dozen gives us 24. So instead of these 2 dozen, we replace 24 with 2 dozen. So this gives us 24. Ratio. A score is 20. So replace 1 score with 20. 2 scores gives us what? 40. So this is 20. Now they are now in the same units. From here, like we did, we now simplify. Express as a fraction first. This is 20. Ratio means divide over 24. Then what do we do from here? Reduce. 2 here gives us what? 10. All over 2 here gives us 12. 2 here gives us 5. And 2 here gives us 6. Convert back to ratio. This is 5 ratio 6. We have simplified. We're going over to the next example. And this one, we'll be looking at simplifying ratios when we have to do with time, in terms of days, weeks, months, years. And we also look at measurements, units of measurement like grams, kilograms, centimeter, and meter. Number 5 example says 3 minutes ratio 95 seconds. What do? We make them the same units. So just a quick review. 60 seconds gives us 1 minute. 60 minutes gives us 1 hour. 24 hours gives us 1 day. 7 days, 1 week. It goes on and on and on. I'm sure most of you are already familiar with that. Good. So we have 3 minutes here. What do? 60 seconds make 1 minute. So let's quickly change that to seconds. Another 1 minute gives us 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Another 1 minute gives us 60 seconds. Right? Now let's add up. 3 minutes. 3 minutes will give us what? Gives us what? 60 plus 60 is 120. 120 plus 60 is 180. That gives us 180 seconds. Now, it means where you see 3 minutes, replace it with 180 seconds. Can you see that? So, let's wipe this off. This will now be, 180 seconds, ratio 95 seconds. 180 seconds, ratio 95 seconds. From here, we can now reduce. So first thing you do, what do you do first? Convert to fraction. That will be 180 over 95. Now, I'm sure most of you will ask, why is the seconds not there? Why is it not there? Remember, we said ratio has no unit, because if we put our seconds there, on that second there, you see, seconds there, it cancels out, so there's no need. So we erase that off. 5 into 9 is 1. Remain how many? Remain 4. 5 into 45 gives us 9. So 5 into 95 is 19. Now 5 into 18. Now 5 into 1 cannot go, so we pair these numbers together. 5 into 18 gives us 3. Remain how many? Remain 3. 5 into 30 gives us 6. Now can anything go into 36? Any common factor for 36 and 19, no common factor. 2 can go into 36, but it can't go into 19 because 19 is an odd number. So from here, we change back to ratio. This is 36 ratio 19.